Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac with the Twitch chat, barring any technical difficulties as well. I am going to do a Judas run here, and basically we're doing this at the behest of Bizsnap, and I figured, you know, he didn't save us on the last run. He probably did some good things for us on the last run by allowing us to get that Spirit of the Night, which put us in a more comfortable position. I wouldn't necessarily say he saved the run, but definitely contributed to it. So as a thank you, I'm going to play as Judas, just to, you know, show my appreciation for him. We get poop in the first item room, which I think is the troll engine's way of telling me, you thought last run was indicative of the standard you're going to get all the time, fucker? Absolutely not. So we're going to have an interesting situation here. If you tell me to take poop one more time, that is a timeoutable offense. It's not actually. Hopefully people understand that I'm being facetious when I say that, and people don't get timed out for that. Omrecker in the chat says, why is poop bad? Are you one of those guys, Omrecker? Are you one of those guys who comments on the video like, Northern Lion, you just don't understand how to use poop, man. It's actually really effective. It's pretty awful, especially compared to Book of Belial, which I consider, you know, one of the better spacebar items in the game. Probably my favorite book item in the game as well, over Book of Revelations. Oh my god, Cat, this is not a good time to jump on my lap. This is a bad situation, kitty. Okay, we did get the damage upgrade here. Little Steven, not my favorite damage upgrade, but I'm glad to get it regardless. Oh, you be quiet, Ruka. Okay. Down to the next floor. Okay, Cobalt Streak actually said something cool here. It's if you get the habit, you can get a wall of poop to hide behind in the blue baby fight. That seems pretty interesting. I don't know if I've ever carried poop down that far. At least, I've definitely never done it intentionally. I fucking hate this. I believe this is a glitch that has been fixed in a like a user-created version of the game. Or user-created hotfix anyway, where the flies... Oh my god, I died right off the bat. I totally forgot that I was Judas. Wow, that was easy. I guess we will replay this here. I have clicked the replay button. That's not going to end the episode, obviously. That was real quick. Okay, let's play as Judas again. I like Judas. He's one of my favorite characters in the game because I love the Book of Belial. And picking up the relic, I would certainly say that is substantially better than taking the... poop, especially considering it is a passive. Everyone's saying, should have taken the poop. Maybe you're right, but if I didn't take the poop, it's possible that I might have actually died against our first boss there. So, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Can't waste our whole lives thinking what if, can we? I don't know if I just stole that wholesale from like a Nicholas Sparks movie or something. I am going to blow up this TNT just on the off chance it's within the range of the secret room, which it surprisingly was, and, you know, for 3 cents, we might as well use the fortune teller to see if it gives us something. Well, it gave us 2 bombs, so that was actually pretty beneficial. You know, let's try this again on this side. That one didn't work. But anyway, it worked out pretty well right at the start there. And we will do this. People are already getting on my case. They're saying the 1.5 edition of The Binding of Isaac, it's on the box edition of the game that I own and haven't installed yet. It's not that I haven't installed it, I'm saving it as a collector's item, you know? I mean, it's not, I'm not going to resell it someday on, like, Pawn Stars. It's just, it's a symbol of my appreciation for the game. I don't want to unwrap it, man. So we'll take our speed upgrade. I really wish that I had picked up an HP upgrade at some point on this floor, but sadly that's not going to be the case. Now I will start looking for secret rooms now because I don't trust the secret rooms on the first floor. Oftentimes we end up getting kind of jerked around a little bit, wasting bombs. I really need to save some bombs just on the off chance we come across some tinted rocks because obviously Judas, his vulnerability is at its highest before he has any HP upgrades. Now the good news is, I guess on the flip side, we should be able to go to this boss trap room as soon as we finish off this series of enemies, and if there's an HP upgrade in there, that is a very good value proposition. Having a little bit of a discussion on the, oh yeah, thank you, Relic, on the nature of speed upgrades and the value of speed upgrades in the chat. I actually kind of, I like speed upgrades, but it's one of those things, you know, Kanye West in Good Life says, having money's not everything, not having it is. That's how I feel about speed, essentially. Sorry to quote the Yeezy on that one. But if you have speed, if you have like a surplus of speed, for me that's not really that big of a deal. But having a deficit of speed can be a real killer on your run. You know, whether or not you take my opinion seriously, of course, is up to you. But anyway, I agree that Judas has enough speed by default, but you know, I like having maybe 1 or 2 extra upgrades. The only thing is, it does mess with your equilibrium a little bit. It does make it more likely for me to like accidentally walk into fire, or, you know, dodge into an enemy, or walk onto spikes. But that is also, you know, just due to my own personal constitution sometimes as well. So we haven't had an amazing floor so far, but I am psyched that we have an HP upgrade. And beyond that, we got the Spirit Heart as well. So I guess, you know, if you're Judas, or, you know, as Judas is a more accurate way to explain what's going on here, I should be pleased with this because, again, we're tripled the hardiness that we had when we walked into that room. So I'm pleased with that. And we do have a plethora of keys as well. And we will get a Book of Belial charge back for this boss fight. So I guess I can't really complain about anything, can I? Now, what would be awesome here is Lard, so I could also have enough HP to consider taking a deal with the devil a little bit later. But instead we get the virus, which of course I'm not going to complain about, considering that did a lot of good for us on the last run. But that being said, we're not really in a position where I could probably safely roll with a deal with the devil at this point. But it could be fun regardless, because we do have the relic. I just have to play very, very strong, I guess, which is perhaps unlikely given how poorly I played in the last run. That being said, I did win the last time regardless, because of basically the troll engine feeling benevolent. Take out the spiders. It's an easy floor. Shouldn't take damage. Really hoping we do not fight famine. Although the extra defense wouldn't be the end of the world. I would rather get some HP upgrades right off the bat here. That is as expected. A curse room, and I will look for the secret room here. Let's move onwards. Now, Pin. This is probably the easiest boss fight we could probably hope for. I am going to just mash on Book of Belial infused shots here, which should make things very, very easy for us to move onwards from. And you know what? We probably will earn a deal with the devil here if I had to guess. Cellar Part 2, or, you know, the second of the first series of floors tend to be pretty frequent with the drops. Now, it's a big moment of truth here. We have 4 pills as Judas. I did not get the deal with the devil. Let's see. Pill 1 is bad gas. I'll take that as a wash. Pill 2, range up. I'm okay with that. Pill 3, pretty fly. That's basically the cube of meat that I didn't want, but now I'm happy to have. And pill 4 is friends to the end. So we have a pretty good pill rotation here, actually. Let's go upwards. I'm really glad that we didn't have a health down or any kind of speed downwards or downgrade pill in there at all. I'm going to take one more pill or one more bomb to check for the secret room down here. I actually did not expect it to be there. And now with 8 cents, I will go up here and look for whatever we have in our shop. And I'm not sure if it's going to be possible, but I almost hope to fight greed in these shops. I'm not going to buy anything. I'd rather save my money in this situation, but yeah, I almost want to fight greed early on in the game, because when you find greed early on in the game, it gives you the money that can help, or potentially help you buy things from shops as you continue onwards. But anyway, we are going down to the next floor. Now we have double the HP, some Spirit Hearts, a pretty fly, a little bit of added defense, and a range upgrade. Apparently, I've used a key right off the bat here, and that's going to give me blue candles. So this is a proposition I constantly struggle with when I play the Binding of Isaac, which is Book of Belial or Blue Candle. It comes up fairly often, but I'm going to go with the Blue Candle. I find it better on a more consistent level. Book of Belial obviously is fantastic, especially on bosses, but Blue Candle is no slouch as well, so I'm going to roll with that. It's crazy good for crowd control. Ah, okay, greed can't appear on the first 2 floors. That is actually really good to know, and kind of surprising that I do not know that after the amount of time that I've played, but I guess that's what you get for not ever looking up mechanics and instead simply trying to divine everything from intuition and observation. Like, distracted observation, no less. Let's continue moving backwards here. So far, this run has been substantially stronger than the last run, and that's okay. I mean, I was dead already by this point in the last run, so that should be pretty obvious. I really enjoy the Blue Candle as an item. Much more than I enjoy Tammy's Head, but we'll take Tammy's Head out of the situation. Blue Candle narrowly missed being on my top 10 items in the Binding of Isaac list. Again, that's something that comes down to personal preference a lot, but I really consider it to be exceptionally strong. The only thing is that, you know, compared to a lot of spacebar items, I think it's a lot worse on boss fights, or it scales worse on boss fights than something like a Book of Belial. That being said, I enjoy it for everything but boss fights, essentially. So if I can get better damage, then this should be good. Now, I know that Demon Judgment is up there, so I might play with him a little bit later, but for now, let's just find our item room and our boss room, potentially. Demon Judgment could potentially give us any deal with the devil items, so I obviously welcome that, and of course the more red hearts that drop, the more leniency I have towards playing him in the future. We will be able to get back to 6 cents, which, I mean, doesn't really matter that much because we're not going to have keys to go to the shop on the next floor unless we get kind of lucky at some point. Anyway, we are getting the... Oh, I should pick it up, of course. Yes, I am trying to learn. That's what this live gameplay actually helps me learn a lot about the Binding of Isaac as I watch the Twitch chat simultaneously, or try to watch it simultaneously. It's probably terrible for my commentary. I feel like I'm being very inarticulate, but you know, that distraction is good, but also bad, I guess. So, I'm not sure how I feel about Little Chad. Most of the time, I kind of consider him to be a garbage, or, well, I consider his item to be garbage. Because I try to play permanent Polaroid invincibility, or try to aim for that most of the time. You can't always get what you want, though, and sometimes there have been situations where Little Chad has saved my life. And he dropped a Spirit Heart as well, so I can't really complain. I guess he was trying to be nice to me at the very least, but we'll pick it up. And, what am I going to do now? I'll probably go back and play that Demon Judgment. I just kind of want to get one more bomb as well. The reason I want that one more bomb is because I'm using my last bomb here to go to the rocks to play Demon Judgment, and it's not necessarily going to pan out for us. So there's one heart there, and there's one full heart there, so we can afford to play him roughly 3 times. We can afford to play him a little bit more, but, let's see. Might as well try it, you know? Who dares wins, I suppose. We might be able to get, you know, without giving up heart containers, we might be able to snag a decent deal with the devil item here, which I always enjoy. Now, it's kind of unlikely it's going to pay out. Tarot cards, also useful. Now, I'm going to do something that a lot of people probably are not going to like here, but I believe using the Chariot, I can play Demon Judgment a little bit more. So I'm going to do that, just to finance a few more deals. He's dropped some pills for me at the very least. And I managed to play that like 4 more times. Let's see. Friends till the end. And what's this other pill? We haven't taken it yet. Let's see what we get. Range down. Not the end of the world yet. Let's go get some more money. I have enough red heart containers at this point where I kind of feel like, or sorry, enough spirit hearts where I kind of feel like I should just continue playing. The Demon Judgment, I mean, we're pretty close. Even if I get down to half a red heart, I should go for it. That's been the first time I've been able to use a Chariot card on Demon Judgment in a long time, I think. We'll save Friends till the end for now. Cobalt Streak, hit me up via Twitter or email. I would love to do an Isaac race with you. Especially you have so much more experience on the streaming platform. That might be, I would definitely love to pick your brain about that as well. So yeah, you're probably gonna kick my ass, but I'm okay with offering myself up for defeat in the name of entertainment. Anyway, let's just try to get this Demon Judgment to pay out. We are like 2 away from not being able to do anything. We got Rage. Now I was gonna mention this, but I know it was gonna anger BizSnap. Rage is an item that I enjoy a lot, and I really enjoy it with the synergy that it has with Blue Candle. So I'm not necessarily saying Rage is going to help us out here, but I'm glad that we got it regardless, because we can build our Rage with Blue Candle without firing at all. You know, that's why I like it. I'm going to take a quick snip of this coffee here. We're having an argument about Bloody Lust in the chat now, I suppose. 10 extra bombs is exactly what I wanted, because I was anxious about getting rid of bombs earlier on, but now it's okay. And again, 1 single blue candle shot is enough to get us a fairly substantial proc on Bloody Lust here, or build up from Bloody Lust. Apologies for the proc language again. I've been playing far too much Dota 2. Sign you up there for the death list. Population, everybody eventually, but for now, only you. So if your turret pops up, I'm going to solve it, check out the beat while my DJ revolves it, and we pick up a second key, which hopefully will be valuable for us going to the shop. And in going to the shop, you know, we'll pick up, hopefully, a greed fight, and the greed fight will allow us to pick up some money, and the money will allow us to buy something amazing like a notched axe later. And, you know, if I could troll face myself, I would do that. Also, punch me because I hate when people say troll face. Anyway, bomb for key is an absolutely adequate trade at this point. Now, this is what I mean when I say, like, Blue Candle's not great against bosses. In this situation, by the fact that we can build up some rage, at least against bosses who spawn enemies, the fact that we can build up rage quickly is fantastic because, you know, it solves part of that problem for us. Now, I don't know if this is a smart decision. I figured I'd just play him once and see what happens, or play the Blood Bank once and see what happens. I will pop this Friends Till the End pill. We're on the Catacombs Part 2, which is a little bit harder. We're still not in the clear. I mean, we have a lot of things going for us, but we have a lot of things that could potentially stop us as well. We're still far too early to call this like a 1 game. Mostly because I need more HP or more ways to generate Spirit Hearts. That's, you know, thank you, Rune, for that. And, you know, there is almost enough money here to make the shop worthwhile on its own merits. We'll talk about using bombs to get those later. But yes, this is what I was expecting. We'll fight Super Greed. We'll throw some pills in, or not pills, we'll throw some blue candles in there. So many different weird nomenclatures to keep in mind when you play Isaac, and I have lost a little bit of money. Oh, I really thought I'd be able to dodge the shot there. There goes that Spirit Heart we just earned, but that's okay. It's worth it, because we did pick up the quarter, and the quarter will allow us to go to probably every single shop for the rest of the game and have some chance to buy something. Now all we need is actually decent items. I mean, there are only 2 shops for the rest of the game, possible that one of them will contain green. The other one, presumably, should be okay for us. And we picked up a little bit more money as well. So, by way of the relic and little Chad, we should have a ton of hearts coming our way, which will subsidize my play of this blood bank a little bit more. Now, I don't know. This would be a good question for the chat, actually. People who are more familiar with the Binding of Isaac mechanics than myself. Is it worth playing the same blood bank over and over, or do the blood banks always give you the same percentage chance of dropping the blood bag no matter how much you paid out? Because again, you know, I think the common sense human fallacy maybe is to play the same one over and over and be like, oh, this has got to pay out now. I put in 10 cents, but blood banks each have a certain capacity as far as I know, says Bisnap. I kind of don't know if that's answering the question in the way that I thought or not. But anyway, I'll wait for the more detailed response, which I'm sure is coming in here. Oh, there's a chance that you've gotten lower, but it could have a lower capacity. I see. So blood banks have like a set point at which they pay out, guaranteed. So it's not necessarily if you play it more, you're more likely to get it. It's, you know, you could have a blood bank that has a more substantial capacity or something like that. I think I understand what you are getting at here. Anyway, we are about to go through to this boss fight, and that's the reason I'm not playing that blood bank in the arcade anymore yet. Just want to make sure that I can survive a little bit longer. We did pick up the red heart upgrade, which is one of my favorite upgrades. Just on a basic level, obviously, you know, something like a quad shot or something is preferable from a killing standpoint. But just from a survival standpoint, especially as a character like Judas, or when you're low on health, it feels good. So, this is one of my least favorite boss fights, when you don't have something like piercing shots or brimstone, or I guess in particular brimstone, but Mom's Knife as well, good on this. But by way of the blue candle, we should be able to cheat our way through this a little bit. He'll start going diagonal. I almost always take a boss fight, or take a hit against boss fights that have diagonally moving enemies, just because I guess my brain doesn't like to dodge that way, but hey, that actually worked out really well for us. Cat of Nine Tails, not my favorite item by any stretch of the imagination. And we will go play this blood bank, because now we have a justification for doing so, I would say. We're still doing okay. In fact, we're definitely stronger than my average run by this point in the game, but we're not doing fantastically. We're not as well off as we were on the last run, for sure. Bisnap would have passed on Cat of Nine Tails. Is that true, Bisnap? I don't want these people to be slandering you in the chat here. Oh, apparently blood banks are a 1 in 15%, or 1 in 15 chance of paying out every time. Or each time, I guess, to be 100% more accurately. Interesting to know, actually. I did not know that. So, I could get some red hearts back by playing these slot machines and whatnot in here. In fact, it might be a good idea just for us to spend a little bit of time in here. Maybe earn some keys, fly love, sure, whatever, but, you know, we'll see. I didn't earn fly love. I hate when they pay out with, like, money. Like, well, this isn't a money laundering machine. I just want... Again, I realize that you're actually paying out quite nicely right now, but I'm not putting pennies in the machine to duplicate pennies. This is not a penny cloner. This is instead, so I want to turn my pennies into keys. Oh, there's a key right there. And fly love. Okay, so, you know, why don't we play one more time, and we'll move onwards here. All right, that's fine by me. With 11 bombs, I feel okay blowing this up. We should probably blow up the blood bank that's further up, but, you know, we'll blow this one up for convenience. Usually gives you red hearts, actually, but instead we have a ton of money. And I would say that we're okay to go down to the Depths Part 1. Hopefully the Depths Part 1. Anyway, yeah, we've basically gone through the... you know what? We might as well look for the secret room just in case there is a 1-up or something, or a fetus in a jar. There's a lot of possible locations for it, which is always a piss-off for me. We'll check over here on the upper side. Don't tell me to go to the curse room, you fuckers. I'm running on spirit hearts here. And I'm walking on sunshine. Okay, well, I guess I technically should have picked up Bob's rotten head there and then put it back down. But that is a relatively minor mistake, and I'm not willing to spend another bomb to make it happen. Cool. Down to the next floor, I suppose, with a little bit of extra red hearts in my pocket. We're going to take a sip of the coffee here. It appears that we have a pink glitch, or... No, just Curse of the Labyrinth. Okay. Now. Oh, I almost got caught there. Now, this is where Blue Candle starts to not lose its effectiveness, but diminish in usefulness just a little bit, because some of these enemies don't always die with one hit unless they kind of stay in the range of the Blue Candle for a little while, which is not always likely, especially with an enemy that moves around a lot. But I'm glad that we're on the Depths XL. We do only have one shop on this floor, which is unfortunate, and if it ends up being greed, that's really shitty. So I took Spider Butt. I kind of like Spider Button more than I likely should, but then I just picked it up and put it back down because I wanted to take a Blue Candle, obviously, which is probably an objectively better item, although I guess it depends on, you know, it might be situational. Who knows? Maybe there's a rebuttal to be offered in the chat for that. So the last, or one item room here was not really that amazing for us. We do have the bombs necessary to blow up not only that dude, but also the tinted rock simultaneously, which did give us a spirit heart, which is exceptionally valuable. Continue moving onwards. We are dealing with an XL floor, so I expect that this will be a little bit longer. Cobalt Streak says he likes the spider butt for racing. That is a meta game that I am not familiar with at all. So again, you know, if there weren't enough reasons why I am probably unlikely to contend in a race, you know, not understanding that there's a different meta for racing versus just trying to beat the game is probably a big one. So I think I might just fight the first boss here. The big downside, I guess, is that we can't get a deal with the devil from... Oh, you know what? We can get a deal with the devil after Mom, I think. In weird circumstances? I don't know. But I always hate when you get a an XL floor that gives you... or an XL floor on the womb, because then that means you can't get a deal with the devil after the first boss fight. I believe. Unless maybe if you just walk out and walk back in, you have a certain percentage chance. But I've never done that before and was not familiar with it. So we're just going to build up our rage on Little Gish here. This will allow us to get a slowing effect on our tears, which is actually incredibly beneficial. It's one of my favorite familiars in the game. And now this is enough impetus for me to not pick up Holy Water if we do manage to find it, which is not necessarily unlikely. Deals with the angel, I guess. Could appear, although I have taken a deal with the devil already, so my chances are at the very least lowered, if not completely hamstrung. More health and more spirit hearts as well. I could take the 2 of hearts and just get back to full health as well, but I don't know if that's necessary right now. I'd rather save this 2 of hearts in case we find ourselves in a very, very dire position, or I would pop it if we got a better tarot card that was actually more conducive to long-term success, but we're not there yet, so never fear. Now, there's another reason I like the blue candle is that it almost functions kind of like a brimstone, especially on rooms like this with this, in particular, asshole enemy. You can kill him quite easily in this situation. So, Northern Lion, why wouldn't you pick up Quaylog's Fury Butt? I'll turn your butt into a Fury Butt if you know what I mean, man, whose username has now kind of gone off the screen, for me at least. We have another room down here, which should be very easy. And I'm really banking on something good from the shop here. Compass is huge. Map, good, but slightly less important. Ladder, maybe really nice. I don't know. We'll see. I've already gotten one good shop item by the way of blue candle, of course. And it was half price, so I can't really complain. It is a deal and a half. Well, it's actually, I guess technically, it's like half a deal. Well, no, it's double the... I don't know the deal nomenclature. I apologize. More keys for us is good because we do have at least 2 more that we want to use on this floor. Why is this bomb fly so slow? That was crazy. Now just watch out for exactly what just happened. It's okay. More keys. Apparently, you know, I would love to know if there's actually like a mathematical effect for Rusty Key. I mean, I'm sure, or I think it's likely that there is. Oh, I forgot. I have Fly Love. That's why he's moving so slow. I understand. But yeah, everyone tells me, or at least anecdotally, people tell me that Rusty Key is like effectless. And I've had similar circumstances where I have felt the same way. But I'm interested in knowing if that's like some kind of weird observation bias, or if it actually does give you a greater key chance drop, and if it is, you know, how much is it? And is it significant? Because actually, I'm probably capable of doing that interpretation myself. Oh, careful for that. Apparently, it is a 50% chance of extra keys. Which, I guess what I struggle with is wondering, is 50% chance better? Like, is that the difference between, like, there's a 2% chance for a room to drop a key and a 4% chance? Or is it the difference between there's a 2% chance and a 52% chance? I have a feeling it's the former. But that might be augmented by luck as well, I don't know. I wish I'd saved blue candle, because those guys both jumped at the same time. We are only a few rooms away from probably being able to finish this floor. But at the same time, I'm hemorrhaging health so much. I've not been playing very well. That being said, if we continue to get as many spirit hearts as we've been getting, it's a possibility that I might be able to turn this into a successful run. This should be our last one here, and we got a little bit of lifesteal, which actually, I can't remember if that benefited us, if we had low health there. We'll continue moving onwards. We have like half the floor here. And that should be... Oh, I really thought I was going to kill all of them at once. It actually killed literally only one of them, which was disappointing for me. That pill, not gettable. I was going to say not necessary, but let's hope it's not necessary. And there is my coffee maker making its much-deserved cameo after a little bit of time. So 56 cents. I worry that there is a greed chance in this shop, and I would be very disappointed with myself and also the world itself, and the fact that there's no benevolent force in the universe, and, you know, we're all going to die alone, etc., etc. Binding of Isaac 2 out of 10 for bringing up all these existential crises for me. Friends till the end. Sure, we'll pop that right away. I could save it for the mom fight, I suppose, but it's not totally necessary. Oh, well, I have hemmed myself into a pretty shitty situation here by using blue candle really poorly. Oh my god, I can't believe I only took half a spirit heart worth of damage there. A sentence you never want to have to hear yourself say. There is item room 2. But yeah, that was actually a positive that we managed to get out of there without taking so much damage. And, you know, relative positive, of course. That was not the good play, but it was better than it could have been, I suppose. We end up picking up... I guess I should get the Razor Blade here, or Blood Rights. I always get confused. Razor Blade, Dad's Key, and Blood Rights, I always get confused, and I end up saying, like, Dad's Rights, which makes me sound like it should be a subreddit or something for, you know, people who lost custody in alimony cases. I don't know. We have, again, more heart drops here, which is fantastic. Let's try to get these guys all lined up so a single blue candle can do a lot of damage. In fact, I should be able to kill these brain guys pretty quickly. Regardless, that was actually very close. And we're gonna have our mom fight. I don't even know what I want at this point. I'm strong, but I'm not strong enough. I'm tempted to quote Britney Spears here. I'll abstain, just for, you know, sanity's sake, but, I'm stronger than yesterday. Now it's nothing but a HP. Oh, let's stop this for now. Shop, no greed. No greed. Map, it's okay. I don't like those pills, so I'm just gonna run, and I guess we can just finish off this floor. I might be looking, or I might have to go look for an arcade or something up there, but at this point I kind of just think we should go straight for the boss room. It's a long walk to the top if you want to rock and roll. It's a long dock to the top. And have we been to the secret room on this floor? Almost certainly not. I can't imagine myself having looked for a secret room on a floor this big. So we'll see if we get a 1-up or an epic fetus or a fetus in a jar or something here. Instead, we actually end up fighting Greed, which I might as well go through just because it's going to be easy. Could just walk out, but, you know, if he gives me the quarter or something like that, or we've already gotten the quarter, well, he's just going to give me some money. Who knows? Maybe that'll come in handy on a judgment or something like that. No. There's no more shops for the rest of the game, so I guess we're kind of fucked with that. Alright, so I would say it is down for us to the next floor after we fight this mom here, which hopefully is going to be regular version of mom. Red mom is okay. Yeah, the reason I was kind of putting gift horse in the mouth, I find red mom the easiest, but with blue candle, it's a little bit harder to do damage because she moves so quickly and she jumps out of your, you know, candle shot very quickly. So regular mom, this is one of those weird situations where it probably would have been easier. Blue mom probably would have been, you know, on the same kind of order of red mom here. Obviously, the former Wu-Tang member with Method Mom. Back in the old days, the OG 90s mom rap. You know, just walk back and forth here. Northern Line, you should shoot the doors with the candle. Wow, you are correct. That is drastically speeding up the rate of this fight. That was actually fantastic. Thank you for that tip. Good snap again. Always coming through in the clutch on these runs. What can I say? Anyway, down to the next floor. We don't need Isaac's Fork anymore. We had crazy lifesteal. That made the fight substantially easier. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee as we go into the Womb Part 1, which is actually the Womb XL. Let's use our brains here. Possibility for boss room. Bottom right, top left. I'm going to check top right first. It's unfortunate that we don't have... I'm just trying to get this guy killed with blue candle here. Sorry, Kate has just come home, so the cat is going to go a little crazy. Maybe we can just kill him with blue candle because the shot will dissolve. We'll see. Anyway, let's try this again. Oh, I got hit, but he got hit as well. This cat is out of control, man. Alright, so try this again. That actually works substantially better. I still don't know what the pills do, because I'm wary to pick them up. Some of them turned out actually pretty well for us, so I should probably go back and pick them up, but I am not a very clever man. So, a couple more shots here. The chat has determined top left Northern Line. Alright, I will check that after we check the top right here, which hopefully will end up working out for me, because I would love to say I told you so. Just walk backwards and continue spamming the blue candle here. Our chances of beating Mom's heart are substantial, I would say. You know, probably in the 80 to 85% range. After that, it's going to be a little tricky. I have faith that we can get by Isaac at the very least. This is not our boss fight, sadly, so I am wrong, as one might expect. Poison Touch might as well use... Oh, well, I tried to use it on the second Gritty Junior, but sadly that wasn't in the cards for us, was it? Alright, Tricky Dodges. Sounds like a great name for like an indie rapper or something. That blue candle shot should allow it to be possible. Okay, so this is definitely not up here. Why did you go to that extra room, silly? Oh, you're right, I had the temptation from my old habits when there's not an XL floor. What does this pill do? Range down. All right, probably not worth taking. These meows, man. These meows. I'm also going to just take the middle left here, because there is a small chance I think it could... Oh, I went to the extra room again. I'm sorry. But we could get a consumable here. There we go. And there's another heart in there. I'm tempted to play this Demon Judgment, don't get me wrong, but we might as well look at the rest of the floor first, just to ensure that I'm going to have enough red hearts. Yes, I agree. Our cat is, you know, very vocal. Super excited, you know? It's nice to have a pet. My family cat that my parents own and I lived with for like 15 years is just a complete bitch, basically. So it's nice to have a cat that actually, you know, likes you and appreciates you and is like, hey, thanks for, you know, buying that food and then using your opposable thumbs to put that food in my dish because I can't do it because evolution prefers you as a race. Well, as a species, I suppose. I don't want to engender like some terrible Twitch chat here, as, you know, the case often ends up being. Took some awful damage here. We could just end up leaving this room, but I'm worried we'll have to backtrack regardless. Let's do this, and we should be able to blow himself up, or he should be able to blow himself up. We get boom, but I guess we'll pick it up and then get rid of it. I agreed, Northern Lion, check your privilege. That was in danger of being rampantly unchecked privilege there for me, and I apologize as a result of that. I've never been a cat before, so I don't know what it's like. You know, I'm sure they've got all sorts of things to deal with. I don't shit in a box, so, you know, I'm not going to say I'm superior because I don't shit in a box. More like I can't even understand what shitting in a box would be like. I guess I technically do shit in a box, but it's like a porcelain box that's actually kind of comfortable. Now, you guys were right. It looks like it's going to be top left for the boss room here. Or boss rooms, I suppose, technically. What do I want from these boss rooms? I think, you know, you can probably be pretty obvious, or you can pretty obviously infer that I'm not that interested in getting a cube of meat at this point. Obviously, one of these boss fights is going to be Mom's Heart. The other boss fight, I guess the Fallen would be amazing, but I don't know if we can bank on that. We don't even need to use our candle here. We'll just walk him over this. And we will walk across our secret room. Are you kidding me? Like, I have to fight Wrath again? Wrath's an easy boss fight. I'm lack the mental acuity right now to get through this reliably without getting hit, which is unfortunate for everybody involved, but mostly myself and you guys, which is, you know, literally everybody involved. Oh, I guess the Twitch viewers, or the YouTube viewers later as well. So we'll send some shots in here, and then, you know, I can never believe the HP that these guys have is absurd. There is our secret room. I don't want to walk out by accident. Maybe it's not the HP that they have, maybe it's the damage that I do that's so bad right now. But yes, anything but bloat or conquest would be fantastic right now in this boss fight. I mean, I can definitely, as Bisnab is saying, fight them and succeed, but I would rather not. I would rather fight, we're on Utero? I mean, I would rather fight, the Skolex, but I don't think that's a possibility. It might be. I always forget at this point. It's been so long since Wrath of the Lamb came out. I forgot whether Skolex, or whether the Utero comes first or the Womb. Like, which one was released in the vanilla version of the game? I believe it was the Womb, and Utero is like the new Wrath of the Lamb style. But you know, it's not really that new anymore. Wrath of the Lamb came out over a year ago by this point. So anyway, let's move forwards. You guys were totally right in the chat. It was top left. This is what I get for not taking the chat's advice. But on the bright side, this should be substantially the largest floor that we have to deal with over the course of this run. Maybe not substantially, but definitely the largest. And I would welcome a world card or something like that to put myself in a position where we could potentially, put myself in a position where we could potentially, you know, speed run through that cathedral, because I'm probably going to need a decent amount of health to get through the cathedral, or an amazing item. Which is unlikely to happen from the boss fight here, I would expect. Anyway, that is awful damage, but not to be unexpected, I suppose. Let's continue onwards. Oh my god, this cat is going out of control. I think it might be feeding it some salmon or something like that right now, which is why it's getting crazy. I don't, you know, we don't spoil our cat too much. We have like $4 worth of salmon that we bought 2 months ago, and we just kept it in the freezer. And every day we give it like a piece of salmon, and he freaks the fuck out. That is my advice for cat ownership. If you want to get some high view YouTube videos, cat freaks out, hilarious, LOL, Miley Cyrus, nipple slip, you know, you got to spam those metadatas in the tags if you want to have any chance. Consider doing that. Anyway, my cat is just cheering for me. I appreciate that, both from the chat and from the cat itself. Let us throw some blue candles in here, as well as some bombs. Blue candles and bombs sounds like a grime song or something, but I like it nonetheless. Now, we should be able to build a decent amount of rage. I'm super hoping that we are able to go to this boss room very quickly on the cathedral, because that is probably going to be a big predictor of our success, how quickly we are able to find this boss fight. This should be real easy. One more should put her in permanent bomb throwing state, which means we aren't going to see the zombies or Chubb, which is fantastic. I did take some damage there. And we'll just go down to the cathedral, I suppose, because this fight is already over with. I'm skipping a lot of money, but, you know, hopefully you can understand the reasoning there, because it's not really that necessary. And, again, small floor here, which I'm excited about. Oh, F. Alright, I hate this room. I'm just coming up here to see if the boss room's up here. I don't want to open that golden chest because we're missing a key to open items on the actual chest, which are guaranteed to pay out with something at least usable. Well, not usable, I suppose, but, you know, spacebar items. Or not spacebar items, real items as opposed to consumables, I should say. What do we have in this room right here? Well, I don't want to go to the red chest. On the bright side, I should be able to go this way and save myself a little bit of hassle against those spikes. I don't even need this money, but we'll do it nonetheless. Now, we are on Monstro 2 here. This should be a relaxing fight against Monstro 2, if I had to guess. Just gotta make sure that my knockback isn't pushing him too far away, and we can keep him perpetually in this cycle. Now, we're not gonna be able to build rage here. I could actually get him to build rage, or, you know, get him to spawn enemies that would build rage for me. It's okay. Closer to death. Continue going onwards here. I'm just trying to provide some meditative commentary, I guess, some relaxing commentary at this point. It's going to turn into a borderline ASMR video because this boss fight, or mini boss fight here, is, you know, exceptionally simple. On the bright side, this floor doesn't even look real to me after the size of the last floor. This floor looks like baby's first cathedral, and I'm probably going to regret saying that. Sadly, I didn't blow this up near this. Let's go down and free Spirit Hearts. That's exceptional. I'm going to say bottom right here, which means almost certainly it'll be on the bottom left. Maybe we'll let the chat decide. While I'm finishing this room, they can do a straw poll or something. Don't actually do a straw poll, chat. I'll never learn my lesson here. The red heart may come in handy at some point. Let's drop one of these. And we'll pick up another Spirit Heart, which is fantastic. You know, the more of these we get, the better it is for us, because the better our chance goes on the boss fight, of course. People are saying bottom left, bottom right. Next one I see is going to be it. So 3, 2, 1. Bottom left. Okay, so we are going to the bottom left, courtesy of Infinite 11. Okay. Now, let's be cool here. I'm not that worried about fighting this double slot. Actually, Blue Candle is great against them, because I can hit them from afar without putting myself in too much harm's way. But Blue Candle also, I guess, much to my surprise, blows up the green bomb mid-air, which caused some problems for me right there. Maybe I have to revise my feeling about this fight. That being said, we are going to be able to build a ton of rage kind of passively without us even really doing anything at all. And we might as well pick up Bob's Rotten Head. Now, that was my regret. I should have done that earlier so we didn't get that again. Yeah. Okay, by bottom left, I didn't necessarily just mean the bottom left corner. Could also be in the top left part of the bottom left here. It's still technically, it's like middle left, I suppose. I'm taking way too much damage, but I'm doing a lot of poisoning here, so I'm not sweating it. Guess you could say things are getting pretty serious. We will check up. This room shouldn't be too bad. They should kill themselves on the spikes unless I'm an idiot and let them come close to me. This Isaac fight is going to be a whirlwind, man. Should be interesting. Hopefully it's here. Now, oh my god, are you kidding me? I want to blow up this. At the same time, the Spirit Heart is essential, of course. There we go. We managed to make it through. The boss is here. Fantastic. Okay. What I was worried about was also giving that blue spike, obviously, like an outlet to hurt us. Now, the only positive I have right now that I can mention... oh, don't run into it again. For this Isaac fight, is that I do have the 2 of hearts, so when I get down to 2 hearts, I'll be able to get back up to full health. Is that going to be enough to carry us through? Maybe. I honestly don't think we have an unreasonable chance of success, and then anything can happen on with the items on the chest. Let's see here. We're going to try anyway. I have the good thing is, the other good thing I guess I didn't mention is the blue candle shot is actually going to be very good from a defensive standpoint at blocking all the Isaac shots that come in. So, just back it up a little bit here. So far, so good. Blue candle on the Isaac fight is basically like having orbitals, I feel. As long as you time your shots kind of pseudo-effectively. We're already done with the first phase of Isaac here. The thing that I'm actually making a mistake of here is I shouldn't fire the candle, then shoot. I should shoot and then fire the candle like so that I can actually guarantee myself both damage and protection, which is also the like, modus operandi I have for my sex life. That sounded actually really offensive, and I apologize. So I'm just gonna keep doing some shots here. If I can save up the Two of Hearts card until we end up on the blue baby fight, that would be an asset for sure. Be a little cautious. Okay, we're not going to be able to. I'm just going to pop that Two of Hearts card right away. Isaac's got to be very, very close. The Angel Fetus has really complicated things, but until then, it was basically like a pristine Isaac fight. He's going to die. He didn't drop a heart, which is exceptionally rare. If I had to guess, anyway, it feels exceptionally rare. And we'll be able to go down to the... we'll be able to go down to the chest and at least open 3 items, hopefully get another key later. And beautiful. I'm surprised that we got as far as we did there. Maybe the secret room will benefit us here. Luckfoot, poison bombs, and mom's pad. Poison bombs are beneficial. That'll help us out. I'm gonna come down here just because I want to go to the secret room. And you know what? I almost want to use poison bombs right away, but I should probably save those for more difficult rooms or even exclusively the boss fight itself, because it's going to be a major predictor of our success. At that point, I actually probably should have killed Gluttony last so I could get a red heart. We're getting real low on health. Obviously, the chest gets substantially more difficult than the other floors. We're 1 hit away from death. Please drop a key so I might have a chance of getting something from the from that last golden... Oh, okay, that was kind of close. Let us drop some bombs up here. Okay, this could be a 1-up or something. It is not. It is greed. Dare I? I mean, what could he draw for me that I would even want? This is real scary. I'm just standing back. Thank you, little Gish. You're my #1 lover. Okay, we got... this is unfortunate. Oh my god! The fact that I went to that room actually has given me a little extra survival, believe it or not. Thank you, chat, for all of your faith, obviously, as everyone is saying, good game, you died, etc., etc. Now, I still might die. I'm only 1 hit away from death now. And obviously lust. Kind of a pain in the dick. Now, the real issue here is I don't want to get too close. Oh, I dodged right into it. I am dead anyway. As always, thanks for watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the Twitch chat sidebar here. As always, I will see you guys next time. Make sure to suggest your challenge run suggestions, and I will do the ones I deem most entertaining or appropriate. And if you're watching on Twitch, I will be back in just a second here. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.